Schoology, you can go to schoology.dpsk12.org, and then mine automatically logs in because I have my information saved. But then you have your class here. So go to courses, and then this is going to be for both my biology and my earth science classes. So I'm just going to click through with the earth science, but it applies to both classes. So you can click on our class, and then your Schoology doesn't have all this yet because, as you can see, I have unpublished these things. But I wanted to just show you, draw your attention to some of these tools that maybe you haven't used before that we're going to use a lot. So the first one that I want to direct your attention to is updates. I might use this resource a lot for sharing the links for our Google Meet for our class that day, or just general information, so please make sure you're checking the Updates tab. Materials is where you'll be able to access all of our course materials. So as you can see, I've organized it so that we have a general resources folder and then one folder for each week of this quarter. And then each of those folders will have all the materials that you need for class that week. The general resources folder has, as you can imagine, general resources. Some things I want to direct your attention to first is the syllabus. It's kind of a longer document, but it has a lot of information in it, so definitely read through that. There's 2 resources or 3 resources to help you with tech difficulties, so information on logging into your different DPS accounts, logging into a Chromebook, into your Gmail account, into your Infinite Campus. Schoology troubleshooting, so a lot of students have technical difficulties. That's super common. Schoology is not a flawless platform, but it's what we've got. So if you are having issues with Schoology, I would recommend opening this document. Maybe you save it to your drive so you have access to it later. And then there are some introduction videos for you as well, and this video will also be in this folder. The other things that I wanted to direct your attention to are going to be a gradebook. So Schoology does have a gradebook feature, and all of the assignments and everything for that class will be in there. And then the other thing that I wanted to share with you is the messages. So there will be a place for you to look at the messages. This is a way that I'll communicate with you. And then your calendar, so for things that have assigned due dates, you'll be able to see the due dates for those things in your assigned calendar. So I think that's all I wanted to share with you for Schoology. Yeah, just the materials, updates, and gradebook, and then I'll use the messages and the calendar. But then I wanted to share with you some things for Google as well. So if you go into your Google Calendar, which is, if you click on this, if you're at your Google Drive homepage, you have all of these apps that are here for you. And so you have your Gmail account, your Drive, which shares or stores all of your documents. You have links to Meet. There's so much stuff. We're going to be using Jamboard occasionally, so that's something that you might need to access. But then what I wanted to show you here is calendar. So my calendar is insane. But I set up our classes so that you can see that there's actually like an appointment on your calendar for class. And if you go to that appointment, you can see the Google Meet link is there, and it just says join with Google Meet. So one way that you can access our class when we're meeting online together is with your calendar. Everyone has been invited to that Google Meet group, to that event on your calendar, and so that should be there for you through October, which is the October 16th, which is the end of our quarter. So yeah, I just wanted to highlight that feature for you because it's one way that you can access the links to class. I will also post them in Schoology and probably as an update. Maybe in the beginning I'll also send it as a meeting or as a message. But yeah, so the other thing is you can send me, if you have questions or if you're struggling, you can send me a message via Schoology. I had lots of students that did that. That's one great way to ask for help. The other way is through your Gmail account, which is your inbox. So yeah. I think that's all I wanted to share with you. I just wanted to highlight some of the features that we'll be using.